So hello everyone, welcome to my video, and I am talking about the final project of the subject of computer assisted language learning. So let's take a look at the question. Do you prefer a class with technological adoption or without it? So for me, I would prefer a class with technological adoption because I feel like I can learn better when the content knowledge is linked to an appropriate technology. Another question is that why should teachers utilize technology in their teaching? So I will not answer this question for you directly, but you can keep this question in mind and then allow my presentation to indirectly answer this question for you. So let me briefly explain the topic of my presentation today. So what is lesson plan? According to EBSCO research started in 2024, lesson planning is a systematic approach that educators use to design instructional activity and learning outcome for students. This means that in lesson plan, it includes not only instructional activity but also the main objective or what the students are expected to be able to do at the end of the lesson. And in order to improve the quality of lesson plan, it should be included with technology. So according to Liu et al. In 2022, they identified that technology integrated learning increases the cognitive understanding and learning achievement of students. This means that by adopting technology in the lesson plan, students are more likely to achieve more. So now let's click on the link here to see how a lesson plan look like. So this lesson plan will be used in the presentation and I will tell you more about the technique as well as the objective. In this lesson plan, there are four main techniques and four main objectives as well, which means that one technique has one objective. So let's go back to the slide so that I can tell you more about the outline or the main point that I am going to include in this video. So at first I will tell you about the language point, learning objective and some changes of the technique that I would like to introduce, practical reason for changes, conceptual and statistical basis for changes, and the last main point is about the conclusion. So now let's talk about language points. The activity designed in the lesson plan is on page 47 in Unit 4 with the title of Tales of the Unexpected Everyday English Giving Opinions. So this unit is in the book Headway Intermediate Student Books. It is the 5th edition. And the activities have two main language points, which are adverbs of degree and question tag with intonation. And here are the objectives of the lesson plan. As I have mentioned, there are four main techniques and four main objectives as well. This means that one technique has one main objective. Allow me to introduce some changes in technique 2. The main objective of this technique is to correctly identify the meaning of question tag intonation. And in this technique, students have to write and work in group. So at first, the teacher divides the class into 7 different groups, give a handout of question tag, and briefly explain question tag to the whole class. So this is the first change that I would like to introduce because I think students are more like passive learner. They just receive the information directly from the teachers. So I don't think the students can completely understand the meaning of question tag intonation. So they may not understand what is the meaning when the sound goes up and what is the meaning when the sound goes down. Another change is that teacher has each group check the sentences from the other groups. So I don't think the students will have the chance to see all the sentences from the other groups because there are 7 different groups. And the last change is that teacher asks group 2 and group 5 if they can find a mistake from other groups. So why it has to be group 2 and group 5? Why doesn't teachers ask for volunteer or select other groups? So I think teachers should adopt a technology that allow the student to see all the sentences from other group and utilize a technology that allow student to listen to the audio of the question text intonation so that both teacher and student can achieve the objective of this technique, which is correctly identify the meaning of question text intonation. So I recommend the teachers to use Padlet in the classroom because it allows the student to listen to question text intonation. So the teacher can upload the audio of question text so that the student can listen and discuss what is the meaning when the sound goes up and what is the meaning when the sound goes down. Additionally, the student can also post question text on Padlet board, so it allows all the students in the classroom to see all the sentences on their screen. Moreover, Padlet enables teachers to highlight good examples so that the student can learn from those good model examples in order to improve their sentences. So for my suggestion is based on technological pedagogical content knowledge or TPEC. According to Kohler and Mishra in 2009, TPEC is an emergent form of knowledge that goes beyond all three components, which are content, pedagogy, and technology. It is an understanding which emerges from interaction among content, pedagogy, and technology knowledge. So TPEC refers to the knowledge of how to teach a particular content or subject effectively through the use of technology. So I think the teacher has pedagogical knowledge because he knows how to teach students, and he has content knowledge because he has the knowledge of question text. However, I think teachers should has technology knowledge as well, that he should use Padlet in the classroom in order to support his pedagogical strategy so that the student can have more access to the content knowledge, and as a result both teacher and student can achieve the learning objective. So now I would like to introduce some changes in Technique 4. The main objective of this technique is to completely construct a short paragraph based on the selected topics. In this technique, students have to write and vote. So at first, the students have to write a short paragraph based on the selected topic. Teacher call attendance, teacher get each group to read their paragraph to the whole class, and the students have to vote for the best paragraph as well. So it seems like there are a lot of activity in this technique. However, the students are provided only 16 minutes. So I think teachers should adopt a technology that can have save time and make the student conveniently do these activities. So now I would like to suggest the teacher to use Padlet because it can be used to upload short paragraph on Padlet board. As you can see on the picture, not only can the student upload their paragraph, but they can also include the picture with the text as well in order to make their paragraph look more interesting. Moreover, Padlet also allows the student to comment under the paragraph and vote by using the light feature. So I think it can have so much time because the student can read all the paragraph on the screen, and at the same time the student do not have to read one paragraph and then move to another paragraph and the other student wait to vote for the best paragraph, because they can use the light feature in order to vote for the best one. Regarding to my suggestion of using Padlet is based on socio-cultural theory. According to McLeod in 2025, Vygotsky socio-cultural theory emphasizes the role of social interaction. the series highlights that learning is inherently collaborative, which occurs through guided participation with more knowledgeable others, such as teachers or peers. So through the use of Padlet, it encourages the student to engage in interactive learning. The student can discuss among their group members in order to vote for the best paragraph. Moreover, the student can also engage in collaborative social learning experience because they can learn from the instructional comment from one another. So, in conclusion, Padlet is a digital collaborative tool which enables students and teachers to post text, image, videos, or notes so that teachers can improve his, pedagogical strategy, and the student can have more access to the content knowledge. So by using Padlet, students not only achieve the linguistic objective of identifying and producing correct intonation in question text, but they can also develop engagement, collaborative skill, and digital literacy. So I have final message for you as well. So at first you need to take a look at your context. Is it appropriate to use technology in a context? You need to know your student background. Do they have any experience regarding technology? And you need to remember that not all technology can be used in the classroom. So you need to decide which technology is appropriate for your student, which technology can help improve your student learning and achieve the learning objective. So I would like to thank you so much for listening and participating in this video. And if you would like to learn more about lesson plan, TPAC and socio-cultural theory, feel free to take a look at the references. And you can let me know if you have any question or concern.